Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In the previous tutorial of the WebDriverIO series, we discussed how we set up the WebDriverIO on Windows machine, as well as I created one simple test script and so on there, how we execute the test. In this tutorial, I am going to show how we find the element, like by single element as well as the multiple element object. Okay, so let's see. So I'm going to create one file here. This is selector e2e .js file. This is .js. Okay, then let me copy here this test method template, and further I will change this. Element locators single and multiple. So this is my test name. Now I am going to use this application to enter the username and password and then click on sign in button. After that, I will get all the values of the description column. So all these value I will get and show you. So in the WebDriver IO, we are using dollar symbol to find the web element. And in the dollar symbol, in the bracket, we are passing the locator. So this is the locator I'm going to create by using ID. So this is the CSS selector I am going to create. This is input. Okay. Now here we will add await, then dollar, single dollar we need to use to find the single web element object. Okay, this is working like a driver.find element in the Selenium WebDriver. This is similar type the method. It will find the web element locator which we are passing here and return the web element object. Okay, now here I can use set value to set the value, I mean username into the field. So like here I am using admin. Next, we can create same type of steps to set the password, and third, we need to use .click. Okay, now here I'm using password. This is the text which we want to enter into the input field. Now these element locators we need to change for the password field as well as the login button. So let's get. If I go in the password field, here you can see ID is password. We can use this ID, right? It will find the password field. Let's update here the password ID. Next is the login button. Let's see what is the value. So there is a tag, but this is the login ID. So we can change this ID as a login and the tag name is A. Now this is the locator of login button. Let me run and you will find it will enter the, let me run and you will see it will enter the username, password and click on login button. So basically either we need to provide the base URL here. Okay, then it will navigate this particular URL. As of now I have added here the facebook.com. So we can directly pass the URL in the base browser.url field here. So it will navigate this URL into the username, password, and click on login button. So what we are using to find the web element dollar, and then pass the element locator, your CSS selector or XPath. Both we can pass here. Now, if you want to run the test, right? open the terminal, and then here I need to call npm run, and we have the packet.json file, right? Here we have this command. We need to pass this WebDriverIO. If in your case, if this is different, you need to call this name to run the test. One more thing, in the WebDriverIO config, I have hard-coded the path, the script path. Okay, let me change this path as of now so that only one test will execute of the selector file. So this test I am updating. Right now, when we trigger this command, it will run only the selector E2E test. Other test it will not run. I enter here. Now it's running. Okay, so this is run successfully. Now let's see how we find the multiple wave element, right? Like here, we want to capture this description, and here we need to get all these values. So let's create the locator which will identify all these elements. So what we can do, we can start with the table because we know this is the table tag. So let's start table, and then T body, then we have TR, then we have TD, and this is the TD nth child for one, I think third child, right? And here you can see it is giving you all the values of the description for all the rows. Now the text is coming under this span, so I can use here span also. Span. Now this CSS selector is created which will find all these values, means all the description values. Now what we need to do here, we need to now use here $. So when we are using $, it will work like a driver.find elements, which we are using in Selenium, which will retrieve all the wave element object. Okay, and then we can store in any variable. Like here I created one variable elements. I'm storing this element. Okay, now we can iterate, we can run for each loop elements dot for each, then async element okay. So this for loop I created. Now this will store one object one by one for each time. Now I can use this method to print the value. So to print the value on the console, we need to use the console.log method, and then we can pass here element dot get text. Get text method retrieve the value from the page. Now I have added the loop. I can use here await. One await here I can use, another await I can use here. Okay. Now let me run the test, and you will see it will print all the description values. You can see Starbucks coffee is printed, this value, then strip payment processing, strip payment processing, Shopify product, MailChimp service, eBay marketplace, templates, INC. All these values are printed here. Okay, so now hope this will be helpful to understand how we find the web element object by using the WebDriverIO. If you like the tutorial, click on the like button, subscribe the channel, and share this tutorial to your friends and colleagues. Thanks for watching the video. Let's meet in the next tutorial with the new topic of the WebDriverIO.